Hey, it's Lisa, and I'm back. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Um, so I got my coffee, and I'm ready to chat. I watched a video earlier about, it was Obese to Beast, talking about basically defending his right to not find fat, overweight, or obese women attractive. It made me think, okay, first I want to tell you guys that in my younger years, my mouth did not have a lot of filter. I have worked very hard to think more about what I say before I say it and how it can be perceived, and how someone else may take that and possibly be offended. I by no means expect that no one would be offended, because it's not, I mean, it's my opinion is not the average opinion, I don't feel. It is my opinion. I don't expect anyone else to completely 100% agree. I don't expect to change anyone's mind on how they feel. And I also am not going to defend why I feel the way I do, because it just is. I feel that way, period. Maybe at some point in my life I will feel differently, but I, as of right now, still feel the same way that I did about this subject as far back as I can remember. So, that being said, I'm going to get back to my point. He basically said that he does not find an overweight, obese / morbidly obese person attractive. And people get upset by this, I guess. Maybe he's had comments from people in his DM. He said positive and negative, but possibly the negative being he went into a little bit of, I'm trying to recall exactly what he said. People thinking that because he used to be overweight, that he knows how it feels to not be found attractive by somebody because of you being overweight. Everyone has their preferences. I don't care who it is. You have a preference. Could you potentially fall for somebody outside of that preference? Yeah, potentially, because I think everyone can. You know, if you're truly meeting with someone on a spiritual level, or just they get you, what they look like kind of falls to the wayside. But in general, every one of us has things that they look for that they deem as attractive. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature. Just because someone has once been fat or morbidly obese or obese does not mean that that automatically makes them think that's attractive. And I find quite the opposite. Like, it may make them see the bad parts of what they were themselves when they were fat. I, being fat my entire life, I mean, when I was little, I wasn't like big or anything, but I've always been overweight. And I can tell you, as far back as I can remember, I have never been attracted to big guys. When I first met my husband, he was bigger. He, you know, I liked him as a friend, but was that physical attraction there? Not so much. And I was fat, like fat. I can't explain. I don't know if it is the fact that I saw in other or a prospective boyfriend, whatever, that I saw things that I didn't like about myself, and that's what turned me off. I don't know why. I don't even try to figure out why anymore. It's just my idea of, or my ideal of a mate or prospective person to be with was not a morbidly obese or fat person. Um, as a matter of fact, you guys are about to hate me, I'm sure. I have always thought that it is extremely weird, or okay, let me just say, I'm not judging someone who feels this way. I do not understand the mindset of a man who specifically looks for a morbidly obese woman. I'm not talking about, the guys that are like, I like them thick or whatever. Yeah, that's completely different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a guy who specifically wants bigger, like big women. I call, well, I don't anymore. I try to avoid this word, but chubby chasers. That's a story for another day, but I'm gonna tell you, ooh, lordy, if they ain't all over Instagram. Sometimes I wonder, why'd I even make an Instagram account? My niece kind of talked me into it, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so I did it, and that's what's on there. A lot. So it's made me like not even really want to accept follow requests from men because I'm scared. But that's a story for another day. We're talking about something else. So, to me, someone who specifically seeks out someone who I'm finding trouble trying to say what I want to say without coming across as being judgmental. So I keep wanting to stop myself from saying it, but point blank, I don't trust someone who looks for someone like the bigger the better kind of thing. What is it about fat rolls that would be in any way attractive to someone that they seek that out? Not just like, I don't mind what a person looks like. I date big, small, whatever. No, this is specifically a person who seeks out someone because they are fat or obese or morbidly obese. And the same people that would say to their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that if you lose weight, I would leave you. I tend to think that there's a motive there that you would want to be with someone because they are limited. We're limited in what we can do. We're limited in where we can go. It's fact. And there are people who are going to say, no, I'm not limited and I'm big. Well, okay, you're not as big as I was because I was limited. It's just what it is. I'm not trying to put anyone down by any means. I just don't understand the mindset of someone who looks for someone big. Nor do I feel like someone should be put down because they look for someone big. I just don't understand why they would want to, especially somebody who has even been big at some point, because you've acknowledged that what you were living was unhealthy and uncomfortable and made you limited, and you did something about it. So looking for a mate who's dealing with the same things that you've dealt with in your past, that you have moved beyond, does not make sense. I feel that everyone has the right to have an opinion. When you can't express that opinion respectfully without purposely trying to hurt someone's feelings, that's one thing. But stating your opinion and it being different from half the people or a third of the people, that doesn't make it offensive just because people don't agree. And we shouldn't really have to defend why we feel the way we do. People are going to feel differently. That's the joy part of being a person. We're different. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody likes the same things. This is a good thing. How boring would it be if everybody had the same opinion? How boring would it be if everybody liked the same things and everybody hated the same things? It's human nature to have differences. We are different, and that's okay. And it's okay to have an opinion and not defend it. It is what it is. It's my opinion. You got one too. I might not like yours. I don't care. You're still having the right to have it. But getting back to the whole thing of in the past, like before I got married, or in times of separation, I did date someone else at one point when Charlie and I separated, and we were right on the verge of divorce. Like, papers had been signed and everything, but something kept us working on it. I truly believe he's my soulmate, but that's a whole other story too. But with everyone that I dated, I don't think any of them specifically liked fat girls or would seek out someone just because they were fat. One of them actually would make comments regularly about fat people. I mean, you're like living with a fat chick and you're talking about fat people and calling them very not nice things. So that is like humongous contradiction. You're attracted to one person and they're fat, but then you see somebody else who is like the same size or even smaller maybe, and then call them something derogatory because of their weight. That was not good for me mentally. It did cause me to stay on my healthier life then, and I lost quite a bit of weight during that time. But it wasn't a healthy relationship. But I did understand him having a dislike for fat people, or not having a dislike for fat people, but I understood that I I don't even know how to say it. I understood that he did not seek that out or find that specifically attractive, but then it also made me wonder, if you don't find that attractive, what are you doing with me? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like sometimes we're feeling not free to express our opinions because of the risk of someone having a different one. And no, not everyone is going to agree with what you say. Not everyone is going to feel the same way that you do. And we need to know that's what the world is made up of, people with differences, different opinions, different ethnicities, different everything. And this is not something that should cause so much stress. I mean, even now, as I say this, I'm thinking about that I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings with what I'm saying. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm judging them. I'm just saying this is how I feel. Um, if I tell certain people, I've heard that I'm very self-deprecating, which I would not disagree to that. I um I'm not a person who has ever thought of myself in a positive light. There are times here lately that I can um pick out progress that I've made and be proud of myself. And then as soon as I say that, like 5 minutes later, I'm like, but you could have been better. I'm always looking for something that I have done wrong to try to make myself a better person. Um, I judge myself way harder than I do judge other people. Like in saying that that I don't particularly or that I never found a overweight man attractive, it doesn't mean that I go out saying rude things to somebody who is overweight. You know, I did date someone that was a little on the bigger side, still much smaller than I was, but he wasn't I mean, I would say he was average, like upper average sized for a man. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like it's okay to have an opinion, and it's okay that your opinion might differ from someone else's. We don't need to attack somebody because of what they feel. Because just like, do you want somebody trying to force you into feeling some way that you don't? It's fake that way. It's not honest. And I would much rather someone honestly say, okay, I don't find you attractive because you're overweight. Okay, move on. There's somebody that's not going to look at that. And then there's guys that purposely look for that. But anyway, I hope everyone is having a blessed day. I did not go to the gym today because I wasn't feeling good. But I did do my exercise at home with my weights that I have here. And I think in the morning I am going to go first thing in the morning to the gym so I can do water aerobics. So, which I will not be able to film because it is hot in there. I'm telling you, hot, hot. You can definitely tell that this gym caters to, specifically for their water aerobics part, caters more to um, older people because it's hot. Like the hot tub doesn't even really feel all that hot because it's kind of already hot in there and you're 20 already. But anyway, um, I hope nobody hates me for my opinion, but I mean, like I said, it is my opinion, and I don't expect you to believe the same thing that I do or sway your opinion because that's how I feel. It is what it is. And diversity is a good thing. So, y'all take care, and I will catch you in the next one. If you like my content, subscribe. If you know anybody who may enjoy my craziness and may be on a weight loss journey and need some support or whatever, share me out to them. Because I love, love, love when I find new YouTube channels that are on a weight loss journey, because literally I could do without TV now completely, because with the exception of 600-Pound Life, because I really need that daily support of other people who are going through the same things I am. And, I watch things that have nothing to do with weight loss too, but I feel like if I keep it fresh in my mind every day and watch people who are also in the same struggle that I'm in, it builds me up. And on the days that I'm feeling kind of sour, it really helps to know that I'm not the only one that goes through these ups and downs. I'm not the only one who has, a good span and then all of a sudden, bam, it's not so great. So, and on a daily basis that there are people going through it. But just to see that, it's very inspiring. It helps keep me going. And it keeps me focused on what my main goal for this time period of my life is. So, any new channels that you guys, or old channels that I just haven't found yet, that are weight loss related, leave them in the comments for me, and I will definitely check them out. So, I will catch you guys in the next one, and have a great day. Try to be a blessing to someone. Later.